final in the Nedbank Cup. So it's up to him, obviously, from the rest of the team. And the glass, it's important that he gets just to help settle his nerves.
The ball back to Vumo, delivers it over the head of Lilepo. Hotto's playing it left back for Orlando Pirates. Does have the occasional game these days a little further forward on the left-hand side, but seems to be settled into that position. And a first early challenge. That's Moremi going up to alongside Ngcobo and coming out on the wrong end, obviously.
A little bit of an outstretched hand from Ngcobo, which might have ended up into the face of Moremi.
Clearance away by McCarthy for his first derby, playing at left back. It's not ahead of Kos. Here's Mofokeng. He's going to try a shot, gets a bit of a deflection, and Vuma let that go through. It's gone for a corner.
This guy is going to be the best.
Trying to work it out. I think Modi was the player that actually was waiting for the ball to come to.
He's always running into the box. Our players.
Good work. I'm not sure if he knew much about it, Miguel. Just go out here. He had his hands tight into his waist.
So, first set piece of the derby will be taken by Mofokeng. Pirates already with plenty of taller players, Sabisi and Mbata in there. Here it comes, Mofokeng curling it towards the near post, and the clearance will offer them the chance for a quick throw-in. Now Hotto with a left foot will deliver. Disappointing ball from him. It's easily cleared by Lebogang Maboe.
And I think he was also not interested because he was not.
They changed the right back Orlando Pirates for today for Roy. Perhaps not as impressive as we've seen previously in their game against Kaizer. Didn't make as much traction up and down as maybe Pirates were hoping for. Sibele, a big factor in the early part of the season. Then of course had knee surgery. Now back to full fitness. He offers not only, well, I suppose William, he offers perhaps a bit more on the front foot than defensively. That's something that Chiefs might look to exploit. He's a natural fullback. Now, Zuma. Apollos. There's just a little touch in there from Ngcobo. Mofokeng. By the way, this pitch surface here at Soccer City, absolutely gorgeous, perfect for football. This is the standard we saw during the World Cup. Gavin Hunt, whose Stellenbosch team won here on Tuesday, was full of praise yesterday when talking about the derby and how good the pitch is. And it looks as if both of these sides are looking to exploit that excellent surface. Good block from McCarthy, and we'll have a second corner now for the Buccaneers. Early impetus coming from
that is what you can expect from them. They play on the front just about every moment. It's not just easy, nice, slow build-ups. Very, very quick. When it gets to the attacking third, it gets even higher. And this is Chiefs needs to deal with right now. Maybe second in, just make sure that they weather these early storms of the game.
This time it's Dion Hotto who's been given the responsibility of taking the corner. Moremi, left-footed effort from here. Orlando Pirates inside the opening 5 minutes. The Buccaneers are in the lead. Moremi will likely be accorded that goal on the basis of the fact that shot did look goal-bound, but it took a rather wicked deflection. No chance for Vuma.
But also, it's better for Moremi Pirates that they had Moremi free. It was all strategy, it was all planned, but it takes, once again, too much time for any of those defenders like to defend the ball to come out. Eventually, Bobo does to try and come out, but only late. And Moremi have taken the shot.
I think we can safely say that shot was on target, and it's through the legs of Fabio, who gives a little bit of a deflection. A perfect start for Abdeslam Wado. Remember, Orlando Pirates equal on points with Mamelodi Sundowns at the head of the Betway Premiership. Both sides have played 17 games. Sundowns will play tomorrow against Sekhukhune. That's no easy game for them. And as things stand now, the Buccaneers looking to go 3 points clear. Not only about winning the derby today, William, it's about keeping the pressure up on Sundowns in the title race.
Very, very important, obviously, taking all opportunities available to stay on the front foot, because it's not about just beating Chiefs. There's just so much more at stake that they can achieve should they win this game. But what is in store at Kaizer Chiefs? I'm trying to imagine how he's feeling right now. Having that long time out, you don't want to put it so heavy. That just damns in such a big way.
So free kick opportunity, first set piece chance of the afternoon for the home side, Kaizer Chiefs. Noble with the left foot, which we dealt with. Mbata got the clearing touch. Maboe is back. Maboe at one stage, of course, in his time with Mamelodi Sundowns, played as a forward. He's got 30 career goals across his period at Supersport United, at Maritzburg and at Sundowns. Never scored though against Orlando Pirates. And if there is to be an occasion, I suppose today is the day for Lebogang Maboe.
Speak about him having played as a forward. He's played as a right foot, whether as a right full back. He's played about all the
versatile.
Yeah.
Now Siema, he's back in the team. Chamatsane was in the lineup last Saturday. Left footer along with the right footer, but today Siema is chosen alongside Sabisi. So the live log you would have seen there, 3-point gap between Pirates and Sundowns. Sundowns at home to Sekhukhune tomorrow. 3:30 kickoff live at the World Champions, of course. Punika, Lepo hugging that right-hand touchline. We're so used to seeing him out wide. His shooting today will be key for Amakosi, you would think. It comes off Hotto.
I want to watch just how many times that Kaizer is going to be forced to play backwards, because of just how congested is that middle, but also alongside that, the press from along the park, which I mentioned have grown leaps and bounds, but not just the press, an ordinary press.
Now, Chislin's giving chase. Can he get in here? It's Siema who's keeping an eye both on the player charging in as well as the ball. Cleared it away. Apollos. Mofokeng, so many options with speed out wide and through the middle. Boleme on the left for the moment. Apollos and Mofokeng a little more central. They can bring Sibele Bele up on the right. And Makala's taken a while to spot Sibele Bele. He's seen him now. Chance to cut inside. That's a big tackle from McCarthy. He needed a strong challenge there.
Coming from the right fullback position, he's bound to be the one that will stretch Kaizer. Remember, there is a white player alongside McCarthy, but he's as an additional game player. It means now the defense is further stretched, and McCarthy will have a big problem trying to lead his men now. The timing to lead his men to see if he can still get to 11 in time. It's a good work by the Pirates.
It's decided, of course, the Buccaneers with incredible options, arguably the best ever buying spree by any club ahead of a new season. They pulled off before this campaign started. It's towards the back post. Almost missed it! And that was almost an own goal. Not sure Ignacio Miguel knew much about that. He expected his goalkeeper to come out.
Exactly. With the goalkeeper freshly in front of him, he had no chance to redirect the header. That easily have trickled into the back of the net.
Chiefs have got the jitters at the moment. Here's the corner. Referee's in the way. Clearance was a good one from Miguel, more than making up for the earlier potential indiscretion. Sipo Chain gets a touch of the ball in these early stages.
Explaining just how much our Pirates has been on the ball. Chiefs has hardly visited the attacking phase.
Another good ball from Mbata, the pace of Hotto. Ruma's done well. That'll boost his confidence a little bit. Coming out quickly, reading the situation, and clearing it. Hotto, we know how quick he is.
See movements coming from the fullbacks. And on the delivery was from Sibelebele. And now it was Hotto who comes from nowhere and pushes himself into an attacking phase.
Whistle sounded. I don't think Flavio's heard it. Now he has. Welcome to the derby, Ethan Chisler. This is only his second game for Kaizer Chiefs. Debut on Tuesday. Obviously lacking a little bit in the way of match fitness. He's certainly will be tested today because the intensity in these derbies just a little bit more than you have week to week. Quinica. Header away from Sibeli Mere. Big one again from Apollos. Roofing it forward. Just relying on the pace here. Look at Monemi. Pressure on Quinica.
And there was no one.
Nomo, my boy, taken away by Mbata. The Buccaneers dominating.
The press I'm talking about happening just about in all the departments. High, in the middle, and right at the back. That's why Chiefs players have got to be very quick when they pick up the ball from their defense to 10, or even be aware what's happening behind them.
We've also seen William in these early stages 2 now. Long passes forward, hoping that a speedy player can get onto that. They're looking perhaps with this long ball to find someone with pace. Get the ball behind the Chiefs defense and then outstrip them and set up an opportunity. Mofokeng turns. Beniko gets the all-important touch. Tule Mode ahead of Ashley Dupree in the lineup today. And look at Coach Wadu, he's fired up. Full of praise there for Sibeli Bele's challenge. Can't be anything nicer, I don't think, than the coach giving you that kind of encouragement from so close. Winika. Winika, of course, at the beginning of the season couldn't get a place in the starting lineup at the back, and now very much the first choice amongst the centre-backs. Taken away by Flavio Silva. Is there a quick response here from Chiefs? There's Chislett. It just got away from him. The pass from Mortimer, perhaps a bit strong. Certainly a little window of opportunity there. Chiefs just reminding Pirates they're not here to be rolled over. They're going to also have their chances. McCarthy, Mordi.
You want to see a bit more of a forward movement from Mordi when he gets the ball, but he just drops his shoulder as if he's going to move and then he turns around. For me, you've got to be a bit more offensive.
Now Chislett. Mordi runs straight at Sibeli Bele. Referee says take that throw in again, but take it at the right place. Eugene Mdluli in charge today. This is his third derby. He's 2 previous derbies. Pirates won 3-0 in an MTN8 semi-final back in 2019. And he did the derby, the last league meeting between these two teams, when Vuma last played for Chiefs, which Chiefs led, and of course Pirates came back with a winner from Mofokeng. But Vuma is onside. Covering it back from Munyani, up against his old teammates, of course. Mofokeng, Polis. On the edge of the area, Polis again. Mofokeng, they're toying here with Chiefs. Offside. The flag was up from Mr. Ngani. The pass from Mofokeng catching his teammate offside.
Once again, we can drop that ball before we look into this. Yes, clearly. He was already off, but where it was only build-up. And that, for me, is the biggest part of Chiefs' problems today. Is they can't afford to be losing balls where they can't recover. But it is normal for the defense to be a bit loose after being on the build-up. That is where Pirates are strongest, because of their quick anticipation and their quick movement to get into the spaces before Chiefs recovers.
Using this left-hand side with Mordi, a lot more than that. The right. Maybe they feel Sebele is worth testing. Flavio, nice touch. Mordi, just muscled out by Sidisi.
Another
McCullough, excuse me.
Another moment, ball stripped away from the Chiefs player because of the time they take with the ball without releasing quickest. Just so every part of the field, when Chiefs has a ball, the immediate pressure comes from the Orlando Pirates midfielders.
Advantage there, says the referee. It'll be a free kick here for Kaizer Chiefs. We've rapidly passed the first 15 minutes of this game. A cloud cover overhead as well, giving the fans some relief. It's a nice hot day here. Two sides will meet again in May, towards the end of the campaign. Their second meeting. Of course, there won't be any cup meetings this season between the two, both the Chiefs and the Pirates out of the Nedbank Cup. Now, foul against Mofoke. Well, he's still pleading his case. Quinica. Over by Lilepo. Monyane. You wonder what extra motivation Monyane brings into today's game, having been not offered a new contract by Orlando Pirates at the end of last season. Well, that's Nglobo hitting it against his own man.
Too many back passes. Once again, just to stack the point that I made earlier. But just how much pressure is down there, which will be forcing Chiefs to every now and then play the ball back.
And a long ball for Mordi to give chase to. And once again, Sebele is coming up trumps here at right back, and the coach is out applauding him again. But restricted on that occasion, the Chiefs to the long hoof forward from Mbuma.
You have a high line from an Orlando Pirates. Every now and then it makes sense to spray that ball forward, but just how much speed does Silva have to run behind the defensive line of the Pirates?
Well, same now from the Buccaneers. Here's Mofokeng, first touch a little heavy. Sliding tackle from Ignacio Miguel. Mofokeng did well to get out of that one. Outside of the boot for Moreni, Kutuma up front. Mordi. Another superb challenge from Sebele. Chiefs staff don't like it. Chislett stays down, but referee's happy. Referee Ndluli has a reputation for letting the game flow, which is perhaps why they picked him to take charge of today's game. Good sportsmanship from Pirates in the end to put that out. Chislett's back on his feet. Sebele offers him an apology.
Now, a bit of a twist of the angle, the right one, which couldn't have been peaked. But also, I think it happens as an after action of the real action. It's just the momentum that carries the defenders very through.
Well, the international component or flair of this derby means that today we have commentary both in Swahili and Portuguese. We've got coaches in charge of both teams from North Africa. We've got players from other African countries on the park, Guinea-Bissau, DR Congo, of course, Namibia. our close neighbours. No players from Eswatini, however, William. Explain that.
Well, just recently Swaziland exported 3 to Zimbabwe. Big question, of course, is will that be really beneficial? Zimbabwe football is excellent. There's any players all over the world, internationally, that means. So, it's a very good league. Any player that comes to South Africa from Zimbabwe.
So here's just a reminder of that goal. Remy fired it in. Flavio turned it the one way. Boomer went the other. And Orlando Pirates were in the lead inside 5 minutes. Dream start here in the derby. Butuma. Cut out by McCarthy.
He has to deal with opponents. And then he has to deal with CBD. Every now and then, Butuma drops a little bit more central or a little bit to the right.
Foul by Makala on Lepo.
Have you even seen Lepo making one good run like we know him can produce? It's that tight. They can't get the long pass to find any runner.
Well, the derby, of course, taking centre stage this weekend in the Betway Championship. We had 2 wins last night. Polokwane City and Stellenbosch both picking up vital points. Back at the top in places. Still in play with Flavio. And that's actually a throw in favour of Orlando Pirates.
What did Flavio do here?
Flavio throws his boots on the ground in frustration.
I thought it deflected out from the Orlando Pirates player.
It did.
That's why it's frustrating, because as he tried to slip it from behind.
That wouldn't be a yellow card offence.
Definitely. Lucky that...
I think the referee...
No, he wasn't watching.
Oh,
he was looking the other way.
I thought he just decided to self-inflame the situation.
Definitely a bookable offence.
Now Sabisi. On the run early. Here is Sibilibili on this right-hand side. Mordi tracking him. Support behind from Apollos. Bata. Shuzlit gets away. Bata. It's the fire on the left foot this time. Now there's an opportunity here for the 1-2. Moremi and Butuma. Bata. Still in Bata. Sabisi.
I don't want to say this, but I can't seem to want to hold it back. If I may say it outright, the quality of the Orlando Pirates players in that field of play, technically, that is a lot higher than that of Chiefs. Chiefs can't hold on to the ball long. They're missing passes. The success of Orlando Pirates passes into offensive half is a little bit higher than that of Chiefs. And that's why Chiefs gets caught every now and then on the ball, because they can't get rid of it quicker.
Mordi's got a bit of space here on the left. Let's see what he can do. Straight into Sibeli Bello. Just
that's what I'm talking about.
him off. Off the king. Apollos. Now a bit of space. Mordi tracking back. Put a good effort in there, Mordi, to try and make up.
In fact, something that has improved is now Mordi's dropping, because McCarthy was getting caught between 2 men, having to spread so wide, and he was late always to try and stop CBD. So Mordi, I think, has been advised to drop a little bit more in support of McCarthy, because it was a big opening here.
Orlando Pirates lead in the derby. Foul against Ignacio Miguel. All over Oswin Apollos here. Would suggest you put your knee on the opponent's shoulder. It's a foul.
But you know what? If there's something that they did very well, they actually twisted away, avoiding that knee landing into the backs of opponents, which maybe to some extent they felt outdone. They actually tried by all means. Had that knee gone into the back of opponents would still be down there right now.
Now Hotto, looking for Mofokeng. Out comes Luma.
Can he play to anybody? Nobody. Everyone is hiding or too far back to create any opening for Vuma to play that ball forward.
Now Lepo, he got the early goal the last time these two teams were in action here at Soccer City. It's the other way around today. Remember the last derby between these two sides, the Nedbank Cup final on the 10th of May, was played at Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban.
Here's the story. CBC. You've hardly seen it. That means the pressure is on the other side. He's only just providing a bit of cover. Between him and Siema, they're at peace right now.
Backfield from Ngcobo, taken away. Now Mofokeng spread it wide. Is Apollos onside? The answer is yes. The flag is stayed down. Teasing his way past the McCarthy, square ball. There was a little touch in there, Ngcobo in fact, and it snatched out of the air by Vuma. No way to go. Now McCarthy. Ngcobo, of course, with the left foot. Touch on from McCarthy.
Can't build up. It's just too soft. Anticipation speed, reaction speed. They're ahead.
Well, it might be after today that we've got a clear fight between, or let's put it this way, it might be after the weekend, depending on how Sekhukhune do against Sundowns. It could be that we'll have a clear fight between the two clubs. If Sundowns win tomorrow and if Pirates can hold on to the lead here. Long way to go though. Maybe something worth discussing Sunday night when all the football's done.
Right now, I'm sure what we can say is Chiefs cannot afford to concede a second goal. At least as long as it stays like this, there's always a chance later on that they can steal a goal or maybe come up with a point.
Return from Chislett, looking to get Flavio Silva going. Siema is the defender. That's against Flavio, so there should be a Pirates throw-in. Siema is another one. William playing a first derby is centre-back joining from TS Galaxy. He's made such an impression from the start of this season. If you look at last year's Nedbank Cup final, 4 players in the lineup today featured for Chiefs in their winning side. Kwanika and Nasio Miguel at the back. Mordi played and Lilepo played. Just 4 survivors. 6 survivors from the losing Pirates side include Super Chain rather, Hotto, Sidisi, Mbata, Makala and Mofokeng. It shows you how quickly things change. And McCarthy pushing forward. Get the long throw in there.
Set pieces, of course. One other very important way to create a scoring chance. If
early ball from McCarthy, challenge there on the Pirates keeper. And now Makala, the oldest man on the park, steaming forward, setting the example. Boremi almost steals that back. Chislett on the ground again. He's really been in the walls. A little tug there. from Mofokeng, who's going to get a yellow card.
The demands of the number 10 position. You've got to chase back. You've got to be able to be close to where the action is. There's a loss of ball possession in that sense.
Maybe a bit of an experience there as well from Mofokeng. Tug it, let it go, because you have stalled him a little bit. You don't even use it as a parachute. I want to tell him that, William. The dark arts.
Let go at the right time.
Before the ref might just...
Yeah.
Chislett will take the free kick. Chiefs get numbers forward. Looking for a free card. McCarthy shot. Kunika. Header in from Lepo. There's Mordi beaten in there by Siema.
Allowing the ball to bounce, Modi. Giving the defender a chance to come from so far.
Free kick is in favour of Kaizer Chiefs. The initial challenge by Sibeli Bele. Boy was the victim. Fabio Silva is lucky the whistle had gone already. We've got 3 other games later tonight. Golden Arrows hosting Chip United at 6 o'clock. Siwalele against TS Galaxy in Bloemfontein, 6 o'clock. Or the College at 8:15. China, what's he done there? Saved by Hotto. That's a rare mistake.
Indeed. Lack of anticipation from the Kaizer Chiefs players. That ball coming out of China's hands. Great opportunity to tap in. Could have been easy.
Kunika. Well, there was a touch of good fortune about Orlando Pirates' goal, so Kaizer Chiefs could do with a little bit of luck as well. And well have fallen their way here. This was the in-swinging ball, and for Sipho Chain, that's unusual.
Very difficult one because it's dropping right in front of you and you want to get there before it bounces off because you don't know how it's going to react once the bounce comes.
Remember, Orlando Pirates have the best defence in the Betway Premiership. 7 goals conceded in 17 matches. Sundowns on 8 in 17. Kaizer Chiefs now with 9. This is their, after 16, this is their 17th of the season. Pirates, of course, playing their 18th game of the campaign at the moment. Here's Moremi turning the defender, streaking past. Wow. He made that look so easy.
No immediate cover. Once he turns there, Miguel obviously has got a man. He's worried about Mbutuma, so it's difficult for him to let go, and eventually does, which I think was good enough to deflect the ball from coming straight to Mbutuma.
So another corner for Orlando Pirates. 5-0 now is the corner count between these two sides. Also reflective of how this game has gone.
How is Chiefs' position? Should that ball be spread a little bit back, like the first goal that they conceded? There was no immediate cover. I think Chiefs will do the trick right now.
The kind of position you want Mbate in, just hanging on the edge of the area. His penchant for shooting from outside the area. Apollos to take it this time, playing it short to Mofokeng. Here's Apollos again, third ball inside.
Throw them out. Hold it as long as you can so that defense line can move high, so that there'll be a chance for a long pass.
Minutes to the break. Hoping to end in the top three, of course, earn themselves a place in African club competition in the next campaign. Top two teams in the Betway Premiership go to the Champions League. The third place finisher to the Conference Cup. Morley was caught there by Mata. Might be lucky to escape with a yellow. Mr. Luli having a word here. He's come across to Mbata. That's surely a last warning.
If I were better, I'll just keep quiet. Because that border so much around the Brookfield offense.
Now Chislett. Mordi. Return ball for Chislett. Beaten for pace by Siema. Once again looking for the long throw from Aidan McCarthy.